You trust your dog with your life. You trust them more than most of the people you know. They sense danger before you even realize it. They comfort you in ways no one else ever could. But what if that same trust led you to something you were never supposed to see? This isn't just a story. It's a warning about how a loyal pet, your purest companion, could unknowingly guide you towards something not of this world. It starts quietly. An ordinary evening walk. Same path, same leash, same happy tail. Only this time, your dog stops. They don't just sniff the ground, they freeze. Ears perked, eyes wide. The leash tightens in your hand. You give a gentle tug, but they won't move. You laugh it off at first. Maybe it's a squirrel. Maybe another dog passed by earlier. But then they start to whine. Soft at first, then sharper, more desperate. Their body starts to tremble. They keep pulling in one direction, toward the darker part of the trail, the one you usually avoid, the one marked no entry. You tell yourself it's nothing, but there's something in their behavior you've never seen before. It's not excitement. It's not curiosity. It's something deeper, almost like recognition. They pull again, harder this time. You call their name, once, maybe twice. They don't even look back. It's as if they're being led by an invisible scent, a force only they can feel. Reluctantly, you follow. Just for a moment, you tell yourself, just to see what's got them so fixated. The trees grow thicker. The air grows heavier. Each step crunches the leaves louder than it should. You glance around, no one's there. No cars. No people. No birds. Even the wind feels off, like it stopped mid-breath. Then your dog halts again. They stand perfectly still, eyes locked on something ahead. You follow their gaze, but see nothing. Just a patch of shadow darker than the rest. A faint smell drifts to you, wet earth mixed with something metallic. It's not blood, not quite. An unfamiliar scent that feels wrong. The forest, or park, or wherever you are, suddenly feels alive. Not in a natural way, but like it's holding its breath along with you. You whisper your dog's name again. They growl, a deep, low sound you've never heard before. Their fur rises. You can feel the vibration through the leash. Something's there. You take a cautious step back. The leash tightens again. This time your dog lunges forward, dragging you a few steps toward the darkness. You try to hold them back, but before you can say another word, a sound shatters the silence. It's not a growl, not a hiss, not anything you recognize. It's like air being forced through something hollow, a deep, vibrating tone that chills your bones. Your dog starts barking wildly, not at you, not in fear, but as if they're warning something, protecting you. Then you see it, not clearly, just movement. Something large and pale sliding between the trees. Too fast to be human, too smooth to be an animal. The shape bends as it moves, like it has too many joints. And for a moment, you think you see eyes. But there are too many, and none of them blink. You freeze. Your body won't respond. Your dog barks louder, stepping in front of you. They've stopped trembling. Now they're growling with something that feels like courage or madness. The thing moves again, closer this time. Branches bend though the air is still. A shadow ripples across the ground, stretching far too long. And then, silence. No movement, no sound. Even your dog goes still. Their ears twitch, head tilted slightly, like they hear something you can't. You whisper again, "Let's go. Let's go now." You pull the leash, but they stay put. They're staring into nothing, or maybe at something you can no longer see. Then suddenly they turn and bolt, dragging you with them, running faster than you thought possible. Branches whip your face, your heart pounds, and you don't dare look back. You just run. When you finally reach the open area, you drop to your knees. The night sounds return slowly, the insects, the faint hum of cars. But it doesn't feel the same. Everything feels thinner, quieter, like you stepped out of a place where sound doesn't belong. Your dog sits beside you, panting hard. You notice their eyes, still loving, still familiar, but distant, like part of them stayed behind in that dark place. Over the next few nights, they start acting strange. They wake at 3 a.m., pacing near the door, staring outside. Sometimes they growl at corners. Sometimes they just sit by the window, waiting. And you start noticing things too. Small things at first. The wind sounding different at night. Faint marks near your gate, shaped almost like footprints. And sometimes, when you pass a mirror at dawn, for just a second you think you see another reflection beside yours. Low, crouched, and watching. You try to forget it. You tell yourself it was just the dark, your imagination, your tired mind. But deep down, you know your dog wasn't wrong. They didn't lead you into danger on purpose. They were following something ancient, something that had already found you. And maybe that's the most terrifying thought, that your dog didn't find the cryptid. The cryptid found you and used your dog to bring you closer. Since that night, you've changed too. Every rustle outside feels like a whisper calling you back. Every walk feels shorter, but heavier. And no matter how many routes you change, your dog always glances toward that same direction, the one you refuse to go. You stop walking at night, but the bond between you and your dog, it's different now. Not broken, not distant, just heavier. Like you both carry something you can never explain. A memory you can't talk about, because it doesn't belong to this world. Sometimes you see your dog standing in the yard at night, staring into the trees. Their tail still, their ears unmoving. You whisper their name softly, and they come inside. But before they do, they always look back once, toward that same dark place, and you swear you see a faint shimmer in the air, like something retreating out of sight. People online share stories like this. Owners whose pets refuse to go near certain spots. Dogs that growl at empty halls or dig where nothing's buried. Cats that hiss at shadows that vanish when the light turns on. Most people laugh it off, saying animals just sense movement we can't. But what if it's more than that? What if our pets see the edges of reality, the thin places where it folds? What if their instincts are the last natural barrier between us and things that should never cross over? And what if one day, your pet decides to show you what they've been seeing all along? There are real stories. People on forums, in old reports, claiming their dogs led them to things beyond reason. Unmarked caves that looked freshly opened. Deep claw marks on concrete no known animal could make. Footsteps circling tents in the woods without a single print left behind. And a few mention hearing a second set of breaths while walking their pets, slow, heavy, always behind them, always just out of sight. Science calls it pareidolia, our brains finding patterns and meaning in random shapes. But science also admits this. Animals sense electromagnetic changes, frequencies, and sense humans can't. So if something beyond our reality exists, wouldn't they be the first to notice it? Imagine that, the thing your dog smells before you do. The silence they react to when you hear nothing. The unseen presence that makes them whimper at 2 a.m. And when they finally lead you toward it, they're not betraying you, they're trying to understand it. But here's the question. Would your loyalty to them be strong enough to follow? If your dog stared into the darkness and pulled the leash forward, would you take that step? Or would you run, never knowing what waited beyond the trees? There's one thought that lingers long after the encounter. Something simple but haunting. The cryptid didn't disappear when you ran. It learned. It saw you. It saw your dog. And now it knows how to find you both again. Weeks go by. Life goes on. But every now and then, your dog barks at nothing. And each time they do, a part of you feels that night never really ended. So the next time your dog pulls the leash a little too hard, the next time they whine at an empty doorway, remember this story, because loyalty works both ways, and sometimes what they're protecting you from isn't danger. It's discovery. And if your dog ever leads you somewhere new, a field, a forest, a forgotten path, think twice before you follow, because some things out there don't want to be found, and others are waiting for you to come back.